moment the industry realized the Kardashians might be sitting above even the most untouchable power players, that's when the whispers turned into panic. Because when 50 Cent openly hinted that his explosive documentary about Sean Diddy Combs was only the beginning, insiders say one name immediately started echoing through Hollywood's quietest backrooms: Kris Jenner. And suddenly, what once looked like glamorous celebrity friendships started looking a lot more like a carefully constructed empire hiding secrets in plain sight.
You know they eat babies. It's true.
So it's not just the dogs and the cats, not just the pets.
It's not just the dogs and the cats. They're full-on vampires. And everybody still thinks I'm crazy, but I'm not crazy. They're full-on vampires. They love the taste of human flesh and they drink human blood. They do, Tucker. Stop staring at me like that.
You're freaking me out, man.
So why do you care to go to this? Because I
recognize this cabin right here the Kris Jenner's at. Jeffrey Epstein and Ghislaine Maxwell at a cabin, but wait, is that? No, surely that's not the same cabin.
When those words started circulating online, people didn't just scroll past them, they stopped. Because if there's one thing everyone knows about 50 Cent, it's that he doesn't bluff. When he says he's about to expose something, history shows he usually means it. And according to insiders, the documentary about Diddy, the one that already shook the industry, might just be the opening chapter of a much bigger investigation. The next name reportedly sitting on his list? Kris Jenner. And that's when things got uncomfortable. Because while the Kardashian empire has survived scandals, lawsuits, betrayals, and endless rumors, the possibility of being dragged into the same dark narrative surrounding Diddy and the late financier Jeffrey Epstein is something entirely different. According to whispers spreading through entertainment circles, 50 Cent is planning a series of documentaries, each one focused on powerful celebrities who allegedly had complicated connections to Diddy's inner circle. And somewhere in that alleged list sits the name Kris Jenner. Now here's where the story starts getting strange, because just as these rumors began spreading, something else surfaced. Leaked emails. Screenshots began appearing in obscure corners of the internet, buried inside Reddit threads and private forums. And these emails reportedly suggested that Jenner's longtime partner Corey Gamble might have deeper ties to both Diddy and Epstein than anyone realized. But what really made people gasp was seeing Kris Jenner's name appear alongside his, not as someone watching from the sidelines, but allegedly as someone funding the operation. Suddenly, the glamorous lifestyle surrounding the Kardashian world, the extravagant homes, the endless property deals, the billionaire friendships, the private parties, started looking very different to people watching from the outside. Because if the rumors are even partially true, that lifestyle might not just be celebrity wealth. It might be something much bigger. Long before those emails started floating around online, Kris and Corey were already moving in ways that had people raising eyebrows. The biggest moment that triggered suspicion? That infamous birthday celebration. When Kris Jenner turned 70, the celebration wasn't just lavish, it was almost surreal. Photos started appearing online showing a party so extravagant that even Hollywood insiders were stunned. The scale was enormous. The luxury was overwhelming. But what really made people uneasy was the guest list, because the timing couldn't have been stranger. The party took place the exact same week that a new wave of Epstein-related documents began circulating online. And instead of looking like a birthday party, the gathering looked more like something else entirely. Some observers even described it as a quiet summit of powerful figures, a room filled with billionaires, a room filled with celebrities, a room filled with names that had been quietly popping up in controversial headlines. And the strangest part? Reports soon emerged claiming that Kris Jenner didn't even pay for the party. According to sources, the staggering $6.5 million bill was allegedly covered by none other than Jeff Bezos and Lauren Sanchez. That alone raised 1,000 questions, because Bezos had never really been part of the Kardashian social orbit before. So why would one of the richest men on earth suddenly step in to finance such an extravagant event? For many observers, it felt less like generosity and more like positioning, like someone trying to stand close to power during a very sensitive moment. And then the guest list started circulating online. That's when the internet exploded. Because the names attending that party read like a roll call of some of the most influential people on the planet. Figures like Bill Gates, Mark Zuckerberg, Prince Harry and Meghan Markle, along with music music royalty like Beyonce and Jay-Z. There were media moguls, there were tech billionaires, there were Hollywood legends, and suddenly people began asking a very uncomfortable question. Was this really just a birthday party, or was it something else entirely? Because according to early reports from people nearby, the night didn't just involve music and champagne. Some neighbors allegedly complained about loud noise and called authorities, but those who claimed to have been closer to the scene told a different story. They said emergency responders arrived, paramedics, security scrambling, something happening behind the scenes that no one wanted recorded, something big enough that the story was quickly buried beneath glamorous photos and celebrity smiles. And all of it happened at the exact moment those controversial emails began gaining traction online. Coincidence? Maybe. But to people already watching closely, it looked like a pattern. Because when people started examining Corey Gamble's history, the connections began stacking up fast. Corey had reportedly been close to Diddy for years, long before he entered Kris Jenner's world. The two men had moved in similar circles for decades, and in Hollywood, that kind of long-term relationship usually means one thing: shared business, shared secrets, shared protection. One of the loudest voices raising concerns about Corey wasn't a journalist or investigator. It was Kanye West. Even when Kanye was still married to Kim Kardashian, he reportedly made it very clear that he didn't trust Corey. In a series of controversial social media posts that were later deleted, Kanye described Corey as opportunistic and manipulative. At one point, he even claimed he didn't want his own children anywhere near him. Those comments seemed bizarre at the time, but after the email leaks started circulating, people began revisiting them with a very different perspective. Because according to rumors, Corey wasn't just Kris Jenner's partner. Some insiders describe him as something else entirely: a fixer. The kind of person who quietly handles problems powerful people don't want the world to see. And if the leaked emails are accurate, investigators may already be looking at him. Screenshots circulating online allegedly suggest Corey has been appearing in discussions connected to events within the Epstein timeline. Law enforcement experts analyzing the rumors claim certain overlaps between travel records, parties, and business dealings look far too precise to be coincidence. But the bigger shock comes from how some investigators allegedly view Kris Jenner's role, because according to online speculation, some believe she operates in a position similar to the one once associated with Epstein's accomplice Ghislaine Maxwell, not as a participant in crimes, but as someone controlling access, someone managing connections, someone following the money. One theory circulating online focuses on a controversial financial structure surrounding a church tied to the Kardashian family, the California Community Church. Critics claim the organization charges unusually high membership contributions and receives large financial donations from members of the family. Since churches receive significant tax exemptions, skeptics argue that the structure could theoretically allow massive amounts of money to move quietly without the same scrutiny as corporate accounts. Of course, none of these claims have been proven. But the rumors alone were enough to ignite a firestorm online. And now, with 50 Cent reportedly preparing another documentary, the tension inside Hollywood is growing. Because if even half of these connections are explored publicly, the Kardashian empire, one of the most powerful celebrity brands in the world, could face the biggest scrutiny it has ever experienced. And insiders say something else is making the situation even more unstable: Corey Gamble himself. Because sources claim that behind the glamorous public appearances, the pressure may already be breaking the alliance between him and Kris Jenner. And if that alliance cracks, the secrets inside might not stay hidden much longer. The deeper this story goes, the more it starts to look like a domino line that has been standing for years, just waiting for someone bold enough to push the first piece. And according to insiders inside the entertainment world, that push may already be happening. Because if the rumors surrounding 50 Cent are accurate, the next wave of documentaries he's preparing could expose connections between some of the most powerful names in entertainment and the scandal surrounding Sean Diddy Combs. And one name reportedly sitting right near the top of that list is still sending chills through Hollywood boardrooms: Kris Jenner. Because the moment people started connecting the rumors about Diddy's inner circle with the Kardashian empire, the internet began digging into years of photos, interviews, and clips that had been sitting online unnoticed. Suddenly, moments that once seemed harmless journalists began looking suspicious. For example, the Kardashians themselves had openly admitted on multiple occasions that they attended Diddy's legendary parties. Those parties, once celebrated as the wildest celebrity gatherings in the world, are now being re-examined with a completely different lens. One moment in particular resurfaced that left viewers stunned. During an old conversation on television, Khloe Kardashian once casually described attending one of Diddy's events and witnessing something that sounded less like a glamorous celebrity party and more like something out of a Hollywood fever dream. She laughed while recalling that people were walking around without clothes and that the atmosphere was completely surreal. At the time, everyone treated it like a funny celebrity anecdote. Now, people are looking back and asking a very different question. What exactly was happening at those parties? Because the Kardashian family didn't just attend one event, they attended many. Photos from 2019 show Kris Jenner, Khloe Kardashian, Kim Kardashian, and Kylie Jenner celebrating Diddy's 50th birthday alongside his inner circle. And standing right next to Kris in many of those photos was Corey Gamble, and that's important because Corey reportedly knew Diddy long before he ever entered the Kardashian universe. Insiders claim the two men had been moving in the same social and business circles for years.